If you had 6 hours to chop down a tree, how would you approach it? Welcome back to Burnout Medicine, where we burn out burnout. It's me, Dr. V. Happy New Year's to everyone out there. Hope you had an amazing day, New Year's Day, with your family, your friends, your co-workers, whoever you were with that day. And I'm glad that I'm back. I'm glad all of you are back. And we're gonna start off this new year right. Before I start though, please like, share, subscribe, leave comments in the comments below. And of course, all thoughts are my own. They only represent me, Dr. V. They do not represent any institution I work for or any institutions that I have worked for. It's all my own thoughts. Now that that's out the way, let's get right into it. Famous quote by Abraham Lincoln said, "If you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I will spend the first 4 sharpening my axe." And I thought this was very appropriate for the first video of the year, as we commonly do. We set our New Year's resolutions, or better yet, our New Year's goals, right? If you're going to resolve something, you should have done it yesterday. Goals are, I'll go back to my goals video, but setting New Year's goals creates a more long-term commitment and allows things to fluctuate throughout the time where you're trying to meet your goals, so that you don't get easily discouraged and you can actually plan for more progress in that regard and something to exceed it. Because once you resolve a problem's done. If you're establishing goals, you can meet goals and exceed goals. Anyway, check out my goals video. Getting back to sharpening your axe for 4 hours. I think it's very important that we consider how much time we put to prepare in order to start pursuing our goals and start meeting them and start exceeding them. We spend a lot of time when we set certain goals going ahead and just trying to do it on the fly, right? Or we put in some preparedness time thinking that I can do this, I can do that, and I can just adjust whenever. When really, if we lay a roadmap for ourselves on how to achieve those goals and what we're going to need to achieve, if we do the research ahead of time, it would allow us to meet our goals quicker. It would allow us to take on any obstacles that can come our way. It allows us to take it on with more grace. And it'll give us the opportunity to adjust our goals as needed based on what we need. And if we just spent more time doing the prep work, we would actually spend less time achieving our goals. We will take less time to achieve our goals. Think about very common New Year's goal, weight loss. A lot of people want to lose weight. This is when gym memberships get purchased. And about a month from now, you'll never see the same amount of people go to the gym again, but they already paid for the year. So good time to own a gym. But basically, when we look at weight loss, think about how people typically go about it, right? They just say, well, I'm gonna just start working out tomorrow, and then I'm gonna just find time throughout my week and just work out when I can. And approaching it that way can be fine. You build up some consistency. But think about if you took the time to say, okay, these are the days I'm gonna work out. These are the specific times I'm gonna work out. This is how much I'm gonna work out. This is what workouts I'm going to do, whether it's at home or at a gym. And this is the equipment I need. This is the nutrition that I need in order to, augment my workouts and augment my weight loss. And if we did all that on the front end, which takes time, it's not a quick 10-minute thing to come up with, that kind of schedule. But if we took the time, one, we've established a plan to achieve our goals. So that's first of all. Second thing that we've done, we put a commitment on ourselves. Right? Not only we put a commitment on ourselves when we wrote down our goals, but now we're really reaffirming that commitment to achieving our goals because we laid out this whole plan. Can't lay out a whole plan and not enact it. And with those two things, it'll give you the motivation and drive in order to go ahead and meet and exceed those expectations you set for yourself. On top of that, it can allow you to adjust what your goals are. Because maybe you say, you know what, I thought I wanted to be here, but I realized for all this plan stuff, I actually want to be up here now because I can easily achieve that. So you can actually reset your goals and really adjust them on as you go along, because it's like, wow, maybe I need to set my expectations a little bit lower because I have a lot more prep work to do. I have a lot more planning to do in order to get there. With that said, we can't get too caught up in creating the perfect plan. And I think we fall in one of those two categories most of the time. We either don't plan enough or we spend way too much time prepping and planning and not doing. And it's very easy, especially for us healthcare providers, because we are in a profession where perfection is the expectation. Anything less than that perfection really comes down on us hard, which contributes to the burnout or the moral injury that we experience. But taking too much time to plan the perfect plan is where we also make the mistake. No plan is going to be perfect. There's going to be pitfalls, there's going to be flaws, there's going to be things that maybe you don't have or can't obtain for your specific goal, and you have to MacGyver your way through it. You have to figure it out. You have to improvise along the way, and that's fine. You don't need the perfect plan. Lay the roadmap down, and then you can figure out the landscape and adjust your trajectory as you move forward. Because no goal can be achieved if you don't do. And we can't get into, paralyzing ourselves with the thought of perfection. Right? We say this a lot in the operating room. The enemy of good is better. Right? The enemy of achieving your goals is creating a perfect plan. No plan is going to be perfect. Get it down. Do the work that you need to do to plan. Don't skip out on that, but don't worry about making it seamless. You don't have to think of all the angles. You don't have to think of all the pitfalls. You don't have to think of every single thing that can happen. Because by the time you think of all that and figured all that out, guess what? The year has gone by. You didn't meet your goals. And you're like, I guess I'll wait for next year. And then you'll find new things that come up. So with that said, let's recap what we need to do to start this year off right in order to propel ourselves forward. Because as we propel ourselves forward and we meet our goals, it increases our satisfaction. It increases those endorphins that circulate through our body. It makes us more productive. It makes us more pleasant at work when you're meeting goals, achieving them. And overall, that's going to translate to you being more pleasant in the household. And again, as we combat burnout in our field by pursuing our passions, by achieving our goals, by uplifting one another and encouraging one another, we can combat it more effectively when we're more prepared to meet expectations and exceed them. So one, if you haven't written down your goals, write them down. I wrote mine down. It was Saturday. I wrote all my goals down for the year Saturday and add to that list as the year goes on, So write your goals down. Number 2, prepare. Make the proper preparations. If your goal is to start a business, make sure you have the right education materials. Make sure you have the right tools, the right infrastructure that you're going to need in order to start your business. If it's going to lose weight, come up with a workout plan, how you're going to work out, what equipment you're going to use. Are you going to go to a gym? Are you going to go home? What kind of meal plan are you going to engage in? Whatever it is you're going to do. If you want to be more productive at work and work on your epic inbox and say, my goal for the year is to have an empty inbox every day. Think about, okay, what am I doing that day? How am I going to tackle this effectively so I can meet that goal? So whatever your goals are, make the prep work, but do not get caught up in creating the perfect plan. Perfection is the enemy here. You need to create a solid enough plan where as you move forward, you can add to it and adjust. Okay, don't go in half-cocked, don't go in blind, because you're gonna bump into walls, and you're gonna wonder like, man, where did the time go? I can't achieve this goal. And again, don't get caught up in perfection, because you'll spend the rest of your life trying to come up with the perfect plan that isn't there. Thank you all for tuning in. Please leave a comment in the comments below. How would you go ahead and chop down the tree if you were given 6 hours? Would you spend 4 hours sharpening your axe? Would you go ahead and trade that axe in for a chainsaw? Who knows? Leave a comment in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe. And I thank you all for tuning in to this new episode. I'm excited for this new year. Again, I'm posting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Please hit that notification bell so you can see when videos are up. Also, follow me on my social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and LinkedIn. All those links are going to be in the description box. I post encouraging messages, uplifting messages for everybody, and have a community in my Facebook group where you can go ahead and chat with one another, build a network of people where we can all combat burnout together, or moral injury, as we should call it, such that we don't have bitter healthcare providers. We're going to be more excellent in our workplace, more excellent at home, and live a fulfilling life, live that amazing life that we all strive for. Thank you all again. I love you all. Until next time, peace.
Thank you.